We're going to continue our review starting at problem 39. Find the unit rate and decide which is a better buy. We have steak sauce, $1.19 for 8 ounces or $1.89 for 12 ounces. So we're going to find the unit price. So we want to look at price per ounce. So you're going to do a long division. So 8 into 1.19. No decimal in divisor, take your decimal straight up. So we'll do 8 into 11. We'll go 1 time, multiply back. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract, bring down. 8 into 39. We'll go 4 times. 4 8s are 32. And we'll subtract, add 1 0, bring down. And 8 into 70. 9 8s are 72, so we'll have to go with 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Now, we're going to just leave it sitting there. What we want to find is which one has the lower unit price. That will be the better buy. So we're just going to match up digits. So we need to be able to see a difference. So for our second one, we do the same kind of setup. $1.89 for 12 ounces. It's a long division. 12 into 1.89. There's no decimal in the divisor. Take this decimal straight up. So we have 12 into 18. We'll go 1 time. Multiply back. 1 times 12 is 12. Subtract and bring down. 12 into 69. We'll go 5 times. 5 times 12 is 60. And we can actually stop there. We see a difference. You compare before rounding. So we match 1 to 1 is the same, but in the next spot we have a difference. So we're comparing 4 to 5. The one with the 4 is the better buy. So your first one, $1.19 for 8 ounces, is the better buy. Problem 40. Write the ratio as a fraction. 6 2/3 days compared to 1 1/4 days. So first we'll go ahead and just use the definition, make it like a fraction, 6 2/3 compared to 1 1/4. Your units are going to cancel because they're the same, so you actually can go ahead and leave them off. Now, we're not allowed to leave a fraction within a fraction, so we need to simplify this. The first thing I would do is change to improper fractions. So you have one piece. So on the numerator, 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20 over 3. Denominator, 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 4. We're going to write it across as a division. So 20 over 3 divided by 5 over 4. Remember, for division, you change to multiplication and invert the divisor. So the first one stays the same. We're changing to times. The second one is going to flip. Right. Check your diagonals and see if you can divide anything out. On this diagonal, we can divide by a 5, common factor of 5. So 5 will go into 5 once, and into 20 it will go 4 times. The other direction, 3 and 4, they have nothing in common, so we will just multiply across. 4 times 4 is 16, and 3 times 1 is 3. Next, we're going to solve some proportions, and to do that, we're going to take cross products. So we're going to multiply across the equals on the diagonal. That's a cross product. So first we get 24x equals, and going the other way, 8 times 9 is 72. And now solve your plain old equation. This one we would divide out our coefficient, so we're going to divide by 24. And it will actually go even. X will go, 24 will go into 72 3 times. So for our next proportion, we will also do the cross products. So we're going to do 8.4 times x and we will do 4.2 times 10. You might use your shortcut. All that's going to do is move your decimal one place to the right to give you 42. Or you can work it out. 4.2 times 10 will give you 42. Right. Now we're going to divide out the 8.4. That will isolate your x. It's going to be a long division, so I will do it on the side. So 8.4 into 42. You have to get the decimal out of the divisor. You have to move the same amount of spaces underneath. So put your decimal, take it over the one space, take it straight up. And then we're ready to divide by 84. We'll actually go into 420 5 times. 5 4s are 20, and 5 8s are 40, plus the 2, 42. So x equals 5. One more proportion to solve, and we will do our cross products. So we're going to do 12.5 times x equals, other diagonal, 3.5 times 25. We'll do it on the side. 25 times 3.5. You do plain old multiplication. So 25, 11, 12. 15, carry 3 2s is 6 and 1 7, 5 7 8, and one digit after the decimal. So 87.5. And now you're ready to divide out your coefficient of the x. So you're going to divide on both sides by 12.5. So x equals, we'll do a long division here. 12.5 into 87.5. You have to get the decimal out of the divisor, move the same amount of spaces underneath, and take the decimal straight up. So we're going to do 125 into 875. And this is going to go 7 times. 7 5, so 35. So 14, 15, 16, 17. 7 1 7 and 1 is 8. So it went even. They don't always go even, but this one did. Next we have a proportion that we're going to pick out of a word problem. And it says a basketball player makes 3 free throws out of every 4 attempts. If he made 15 free throws in a game, find how many free throws he attempted. So it's implying that the second one is at the same rate as the first one. That's why it's a proportion. So we'll make a ratio out of the first one. We have 3 free throws. These are what he made. So we'll just say he made 3. Put some word so you know what it is. Out of 4 attempts. This will be at the same rate as, and you need the words in the same places. He made 15 free throws. Find how many free throws he attempted. 15 is our made. We don't know the attempt. Now we have our setup. So we'll do the cross products. 3 times x. 3x equals, other diagonal, 4 times 15 is 60. Plain equation, divide by 3. So we'll get x equals 20. So he attempted 20 shots, made 15. Our next problem is just a special application of proportions, similar triangles. And if we're told the triangles are similar, it means that the sides are proportionate. So one is just a bigger copy than the other, but otherwise they have the same ratio. So what we're going to do is take 2 sides from each triangle. We don't really need all these sides. We have to have the side that matches to the x. From the others we can choose. So I'm going to choose just the smaller numbers. So I'm going to choose 4 to 6 is the same ratio as 10 to x. Now we have a proportion. We can solve cross products. 4 times x is 4x. 6 times 10 is 60. Divide by 4. You will get x equals 15. So this length is 15 feet.